There's something about this new student that I can't put my finger on. It was the first day of school, and I was sitting at my desk trying to focus on the teacher. But it was hard with all the commotion going on. The bell had just rung, and every single seat in the classroom was being filled by chattering students. The teacher had just entered, and I was desperately trying to organize my notes from the previous class. And then she walked in. She was breathtaking. I didn't catch her name, but everyone else seemed to know who she was, and they were whispering about her as she walked past their tables. "Isn't she gorgeous?" one of them said. "Yeah, but don't get too close to her. She's dangerous," another warned. I felt a pang of jealousy. Dangerous? What did that mean? Did they know something that I didn't? Curiosity got the better of me, and I followed them out into the hallway. She stopped in front of her locker and turned around to face us. "Carmilla," she said softly. It was the most beautiful sound I'd ever heard, and before I knew it, I was standing in front of her, staring into her eyes. "Hello," I whispered. "I'm sorry. I just wanted to say that you're very pretty." She smiled, revealing two pointed teeth. "Thank you," she said. "You're not so bad yourself." We talked for a while longer, and then we exchanged numbers. I walked home alone, replaying our conversation in my head. I couldn't stop smiling. I had never met anyone like Carmilla before. She was smart, funny, and beautiful, and I instantly felt like she was my best friend. The following weeks were the best of my life. Carmilla and I spent every waking moment together. We went shopping, saw movies, hung out at each other's houses, and she always seemed to know what I was thinking. Sometimes I'd even catch her staring at me with an unreadable expression on her pale face. Then there were the nightmares. They started off small, just a feeling of dread that would wake me up in the middle of the night. But they soon turned into vivid, horrifying visions. I would see Carmilla standing over me with a wild look in her eyes and blood dripping down her chin. One day I found some old, dusty books in the attic. The leather covers were filled with strange symbols, and when I opened them, the pages were filled with disturbing images. I found a particular drawing that looked oddly familiar. It depicted a girl with long flowing hair lying on a table with a bloodied meat cleaver next to her, and standing over her was a woman with piercing red eyes and fangs. As I stared at the drawing, I felt a cold presence behind me. "What are you doing?" A voice whispered in my ear. I jumped and turned around to see Carmilla standing there with a sinister smile on her face. "Just looking at this," I said, holding up the book. "What does it mean?" She leaned closer, and I could smell the sweet, sickly scent of decay on her breath. "Don't you recognize me? Say, ask it, primera visita. Death." There was something about her eyes that seemed repulsing. "Is that supposed to be me?" I asked, pointing to the drawing. She nodded. "You are mine," she whispered, taking a step closer. Suddenly, the nightmares, the feeling that something wasn't right, it all made sense. I stumbled back, knocking over a chair. "No, I don't think I know you," I said, trying to keep my voice steady. But Carmilla wasn't having it. She lunged at me, her eyes glowing red in the dim light. I screamed and ran, hiding under a pile of blankets on my bed. "Let me go," I cried. "You're hurting me." She chuckled, a low, guttural sound. "You can't escape me," she hissed. "I am your salvation." And then she leaned in close, and I felt her hot, fetid breath on my neck. "I am your friend," she whispered. "And if you want to be with me forever, you will drink my blood." She pricked her finger and brought it to my lips, and in that moment, I knew that if I wanted to survive, I had only one choice.